Hello everyone, this is White Wolf, and I wanted to do this live, and we're going to be doing an energetic healing to help you in the next months of your life, and so that's what we're going to be doing. I wanted to give this message, and the message is basically the transcendence of truth, understanding your resonance, understanding who you are at this point in time, and also understanding the path that you are on and who you are connecting as. So, if you're coming on to the live and you're wanting to hear this message, if it's reaching you in some type of way, I'm going to be doing more lives and be connecting with you guys. So the one thing is vocation, your words, the things that you do, the things that you say, the things that you listen to, the people that you listen to in your daily life sometimes have a correlation of how your life is going to go. So the transcendence of truth is to understand your authenticity and your worth and your connection towards entering a different dimension. So every time that you ascend, you're entering a new dimension of how you can connect and resonate within a state of connection and a state of energy that helps you accumulate the spiritual mass that is along the path, but also the connection into embracing the activation. So embracing the release and embracing the connection within the activation of reception. So when you're able to receive at higher realms of understanding and intuition and guidance, sometimes it does not always make sense. Sometimes it does not always look as if you're doing something that is meaningful. But sometimes it's just taking back your power, your will, and your connection. So once you do that, once you take back your willpower and connection, what happens is that there is a shift in the state of acceleration, the state of connection, and the state of wonderment. So finding out that wonderment, finding out that connection will help you stabilize a state of being that is manageable. So when you're able to manage your state of being, your state of awareness, your state of connection into your meditative, metaphysical abilities, sometimes it gives you the ability to have more impact, to have more drive, to be more impactful. And sometimes you do things in a different routine, in a different setting. So sometimes you're doing things because Spirit is guiding you through it. Listening to the guidance of Spirit is always very helpful. When you're listening to that guidance, when you allow that guidance to resonate and resound in your heart, that gives you the ability to follow your heart and to follow your connection. So, when you're experiencing transcendence within transformation, it feels like you're going a little too fast. So sometimes we are going very fast along our spiritual journey, and we're being catapulted into situations and circumstances that are not just ideal or normal. So whenever you're hearing this message or whenever it's reaching you, just know that the message and the intent of the message is the same. So whenever you are going along the journey and the path and who you are and your self-discovery and what you want to do and who you want to be, sometimes Spirit will have you make decisions. Those decisions does not mean that you are a good or a bad person or a non-enlightened person or disconnected, but it just means that you're making decisions and making waves towards the things that you really desire and the things that you really want. And sometimes you have to allow yourself just to be a part of the shift. The shift happens naturally, the shift happens emphatically, and the shift happens directly. Sometimes we go a little too fast. Sometimes it feels like we're on a roller coaster ride. But most of the time when we are going fast, when we're trying to move energy and connection and states of beings and states of will, the thing that we have to watch out for is the very fact that we choose to embrace the quantum leap. We choose to embrace the quantum shift within our lives. So sometimes it will happen unexpectedly. Sometimes it will surprise you. Sometimes you're worried about what's going to happen on the other side. And those are all pretty much things that are pretty normal to worry about and to connect to. So one of the things I think that is important that we do, that we allow ourselves to do, is to allow ourselves to enjoy the journey, the ride, the worthiness, the transcendence of your own truth isn't always going to be bright and shiny. But sometimes people will try to downplay it. Sometimes people will try to say things that are not true about you, about your journey, about your path. So a lot of us become a bit of the black sheep of the family, if you will. So when we become that, then we have to shift into the very nature of like, who am I? Why am I here? What am I meant to do? Who do I want to be in this moment in time? Staying true to your path will always yield the greatest of results. So most of the time, when you're true to who you are, you're true to your path, you're true to things that you find helpful, transcendence, healing, releasing, doing you, and I know a lot of people don't like the term fake it until you make it. Well, a lot of times we have to do that in life. We have to fake it until we make it. Unless we understand the transcendence and the activation of that transcendence, the ability to just give, the ability to just share is a beautiful thing. Because if we don't have the ability or the capacity to share, then we're withholding ourselves from who we really are and what we really want to be. But instead, we opened up to that transcendence, tapping into our heart, tapping into the experience of spirit, the connection of spirit. So, in this moment, you are a energetic being of love and light. There's no negating that. There's no negating that you're a soul. There's no negating that you are on the path for a reason. So, you're not on the path for no reason. You're here for a reason. You are it. You are the gateway. You are the path. You are Christ consciousness. In many different ways than one. But we're still human. We are human. We have feelings. We have emotions. We have things that we go through. We also have shifts. We also have to adapt very quickly within our ascension journey. So if you're adapting really quickly right now, if you feel like you're having to initiate out of different circumstances and experiences and things that you don't quite understand all the time, it means that you're going into the unknown. It means that prophetically you're shifting into a new timeline. You're also shifting into a new experience. And you're shifting into a new state of love, unconditional love. When there's no condition to how much you can love and enjoy and receive life, life will take you many different places. It has to, because life doesn't stop. The infinite reality is trying to blend with the absolute reality beyond space and time. And we always have to dip back into that state where we feel that every single day is pretty much a new day. So when you wake up with that sense of knowing that the day is not going to be the same as the other day, meaning that there is a change, meaning that there is a sense of redemption, there's a sense of doing something differently. And if you're doing something out of your strength and your heart and you're doing your absolute best, I'm here to tell you there's nothing wrong with that at all. But when we hold ourselves to an unrealistic standard, that doesn't allow us to really change and grow and shift in who we are. That's why we're going to be doing healing, and there's a message coming through. So I wanted to do this message because I know it's going to touch somebody. Allow yourself to be seen how you want to be seen. Allow yourself to be seen and how you want to be respected and loved and nurtured within that endeavor. So I think what's important at the end of the day is never sacrificing your alignment, your connection, for anything that doesn't make you happy or inspired or makes you want to wake up in the morning. We should feel as if we can wake up in the morning and not feel disconnected. We should feel into the connection. We're not bred to breathe in disconnection, but we're born into disconnection. Isn't that messed up? We're born into disconnection so that we embrace connection. And that's what's important along this journey. Excuse me. So, there's there's always a glitch in the matrix. There's always something going on. And just sometimes before we make it, the shift is sometimes almost too much. And then that's when we back away, because energetically it might be too much. It might be something that we're not ready to handle, but Source is putting it in our past so we're able to handle it. So, you are a chosen one. You have awakened. You have been given a second chance in life, if you will. Maybe a second chance, maybe another life, because we live different sets of lives through being 20, 30, 40, 50. And we live different increments of life. But just because I was literally just doing energetic work to someone I thought was 30 and they were 45. But they're still 30, even though they're 45. So even though I feel a lot older sometimes, I'm still younger. So we're always getting parts of ourselves back. We're always getting parts of our childhood back, parts of femininity, parts of our masculine back. So we're always getting that back. We're always calling in that power back into our heart center. So remember your childhood, play, create, innovate, dream, visualize, and meditate. That's my motto for you today, because all of us have something to offer and give in a great way. So don't ever negate your gifts. Don't ever think that your gifts are not sacred, because your gifts are sacred. You are the sacred balance being that holds everything together. So a lot of us, what we're experiencing is that the scales are coming back into balance. They're not topsy-turvy. They're not like a seesaw, or I can't remember what that is, the teeter-totter, if you will. There's going to be a sense of balance. And me being a Libra, that's one of my things that drives me nuts if I don't have it, if I don't have balance. And also like balancing out situations and stuff like that. But if this live reaches you, the transcendence of truth is the transcendence of all. It is the truth that supersedes all understanding. It is the truth that ignites the flame of passion and grace and grandeur and activation. And once you go through life like that in your Switzerland, and you just go through it presently as you can, then everything changes. And there is a power that moves you, that moves mountains. If you want me to do it after the healing, you can receive from me if you'd like to, but I have a new bracket on my reading lives. But no, if you're wanting to, I'm doing a channel message, but I do readings and healings at around 10 or 11 p.m. Central Standard Time and a.m. Central Standard Time. I just did a live, but if you would like to receive, if you would like for me to finish the healing, I could do something for you on the live as well. But I wanted to go live and kind of try to catch you guys, because I've been missing you. And because I've been missing you, I have to go live at other times. But if you're wanting to connect after I do the healing, feel free to do so. But we're going to do some healing energy, helping with DNA splicing, helping with quantum shifts and timeline shifts and attunements of your gifts. But I have a new bracket on my readings. So I'll tell Morningstar the brackets, and then we'll get on with the healing. Now for $20 is for readings, $30 for readings and healings, and also for Akashic Records, spiritual guides, and higher self, and your psychic abilities, it will be $40, and then $50 for past lifetime readings and healings. So we're going to do this energetic healing, so connect into the great I Am, archangels of love and light, who's willing to cleanse us of our auric field, tapping into God's source energy, and the great I Am, diving deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth, grounding and ascending. activating the heart center and activating quantum telepathy. And in this moment, we're going to quantum jump and shift into experiences, timelines, and manifestations that are for our highest benefit. Now, accessing the deep meditative state that we try to access every single day, whether you meditate or not. Meditation is not just meditating every single day, but it's feeling the power and the unction of that Holy Spirited flow within ourselves to connect, to breathe, and to release. And this is when the higher self helps us with the transcendence of truth, implementing that holy cross that we carry, and deconstructing the limiting beliefs that come our way, and also releasing ethers out into the universe so that we're speaking and talking and being intuitive towards the universe, if you will. And just feel as if you're moving the energy. Feel as if you're pushing it out. And feel as if you're connecting back into your state of awareness and also into your state of being. Moved out of the camera for a little bit. But what this power does, this vocation, this sense of prayer, this sense of unction and authority and truth within oneself, is that you're guided by the divine, you're orchestrated by the divine, and you are how the divine sees you. That you are delivered, that there is a freedom given to you this day of receiving this healing, of being delivered from pain, suffering, poverty consciousness, feeling as if you're unworthy, feeling as if you're disconnected, and feeling as if you lost your inner child, or you lost your femininity or masculine, or whatever has happened in your life, whatever has transpired, but the doors of heaven are laid at your feet, my friends. This day you are forever changed. You are forever loved. And you are forever interconnected and interwoven with your divine gifts, with your anointing, with your power to love and to give. That I make this declaration of free will to you, to embrace who you are, to feel as if you're having a walk in the clouds, and to feel that you're adding a dimension to your life, to your grace, and to your connection. And we're going to receive from the Source Dragon to help us connect into the vibrations of God, the sensations of God, and the unction of God's Source Energy and the Great I Am. Mother Mary, Saint Germain, the Intergalactic Council, Grandmother, and the Tribal Women are coming in. Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Sandalphon, Raphael, Mother Mary, Saint Germain. Everybody take one last deep breath. Exhale. And so it is. So, that was the healing energy for the live. Also, if you enjoyed the live, thank you for connecting with me. Thank you for being a part of it. And thank you for connecting to it. But yeah, if you're connecting to the live and the readings that I do on here, feel free to like, feel free to share. But yeah, we are here. Let me know if Morning Sparrow is still in the live. If she's not, I don't think she is. But let me know if you're still in the live. But yeah, let me know. We are here. And also feel free to book private sessions with me, guys. I have a new Christmas bundle that I'm going to get through at the last leg of the live. So 30 minutes for $50, 1 hour for $100, and for 2 hours is $160. If you want to take on the Christmas bundle, book a time, date, and day when you're free. I'm your host, White Wolf. If you watch this, the energy is still the same. And I wanted to carry out this message and carry out the connection towards the message. And if you're ever on my reading lives, feel free to receive. You can always receive when you're on those reading lives. So I hope that healing blessed you today. I hope it made you feel connected. And I hope it gave you a sense of inspiration. So thank you. God bless.